Good evening and welcome to the January edition of the Business Forum. On behalf of all the members of the Niceville Valparaiso Chamber of Commerce, I want to welcome you to a whole nother year of our show. And as usual, we're sticking with tradition here. We have our chairman of the board, Mr. Ronnie Shell, and he is with Car Rigs in Ingram. Welcome, Ronnie. How are you?
I'm good, Dave.
It's good to have you on the show. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Well, Dave, I was actually born in Defuniak Springs.
Really?
But have moved around quite a bit. My dad was a Baptist minister, so ministers move around quite a bit. So we left Defuniak Springs when I was in the 5th grade and moved around quite a bit. Came back to this area about 6.5 years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it always the desire, or it took you a while to figure out where you left? Was that it?
It feels like roots. It was good to get back to this area, back to roots, and I love going up to Defuniak and visiting and seeing where I grew up a little bit, but I love this area.
And raising a family here? Or?
Me and my wife live here. Have 2 sons, both grown, married. They live in Birmingham, and we're expecting our first grandbaby. We're on baby watch right now.
God bless you.
She's due in about a month.
You lucky guy, you. I can't wait. It seems like they grow up and move all around, don't they? It's hard to keep track of them. Tell me a little bit about your involvement with the Chamber.
Well, I've been involved ever since I moved back here. I've always been a firm believer in the business community, that one of the best things you can do is get involved in the community, get involved in the Chamber, because that's where you make your contacts.
Sure. Absolutely. And the company that's giving you the time to be our chairman of the board, because we got to give them a little shout out, because it sure is a lot of time and a lot of work. And
it is.
Tell us about that.
I feel it's worth it. I'm with Car Rigs in Ingram, the CPA firm. I'm a partner with Car Rigs in Ingram in the Niceville, and I also run the Crestview office. We have 28 offices all over the Southeast. We're the 4th largest firm in the Southeast. We're up to over 650 employees across the country, from Florida to Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, Texas, Louisiana, and then we just acquired a firm in Virginia. So we're really expanding and growing. Yeah.
That's fantastic to be growing in this economy.
That's right.
That's some good work right there.
Well, we feel that it's good to grow, but not to get big. The growth is for the purpose of having assets, having expertise in a lot of different areas, and we feel with this many employees in this different groups that gives us resources that we can draw upon if we need help on a particular situation.
And you said you were a partner, but what's your position with Car Rigs in Ingram? What areas do you work in primarily?
I primarily work in tax and small business development, helping businesses grow their business, whether it's in setting up their business, making a decision on what type of structure they want to have as far as an S corporation, a C corporation, partnership, LLC.
Sure.
So spend a lot of time in that area and tax planning.
Yeah, there's a lot of mines to dodge there.
Yes.
Setting it up right early makes things a whole lot easier in the long run, doesn't it?
Definitely.
This is an interesting and fun question since I've been there, but why have you stepped up to serve as the chairman of the board?
Well, you know, as I've told you, or if you've had a chance to read the January newsletter, my letter from the chairman, I mentioned I've lived in a lot of different areas, and in every area I've been involved in chambers, and feel that this is the best that I've ever been involved in, and feel that it's a great opportunity to get to know, to get involved, and to learn about the community even more. Since I've only been here 6.5 years, I felt that in my position as a CPA, that it's good to get to know the community, get to know the businesses in the community, and felt that the Chamber was the best way. And given this opportunity to come on the board 4 years ago and then move into the slot of chairman was a great opportunity to continue that learning curve.
Sure, and I think you and I would both agree that Niceville has been blessed, amazingly blessed, but it's a unique set of blessings, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're probably one of the few places that has a huge military influence and are still a small fishing village at heart, and, you know, with a lot of folks that still enjoy that kind of work, and but a great place to raise kids.
Well, I spent 7 years in the Air Force myself back in the 80s, so I love the military and enjoy working with them in a lot of different ways.
Now, what kind of goals have you set up for our chamber for 2012?
The main thing that I'm looking for is not really a motto, but one of the things that I came up with and really feel very strongly about is to getting the people, and I guess you would call it a motto of, it's your chamber, use it.
Exactly. Sure.
And January's first or second Wednesday breakfast, we're going to spend, even though our office is actually, Carr Riggs and Ingram is sponsoring the breakfast, we are spending the majority of our time that a sponsor would normally have. As chairman of the board, I'm taking that time and reintroducing the chamber to the membership. We will spend that time going over and reintroducing the committees, what is available for people to get involved in, and to learn to help them. If they've been in for a while, maybe they don't remember what committees they can get involved in, what special events they have. And I just feel that this is a good time to just reintroduce the chamber to the members and let them know it's yours, use it.
I think that's the most powerful thing in the world. The more you put into the chamber, the more you get out of it. And I think that's a great, absolutely wonderful idea. I understand you've done some work with the organization too, made a few tweaks and changes there.
We've made some changes. We've renamed some of what used to be committees we're now calling groups. We've renamed some of them. We've formed some new groups. The Education Committee is now called the Enhancing Education Group. We want that committee to get, or that group, it's hard to change
Sure.
what you're used to. We want them to get more involved in the education. It's not a matter of, pencils for the kids when they're taking the FCAT. That's very important, and they will continue to do that. But we want them to get more involved in the education and the relationship between education and the business community. We've also set up some new groups, one being the Community Advocate Group, where that group is going to get more involved and start attending and know what's going on with our city and our counties in the local area.
Sure.
So that they can relay that back to the chamber so that the chamber knows right on time what's going on at the committee meetings.
Important for business owners,
Right.
business leaders. Sure.
Also a professional networking group. We feel that is how you get to know the other members in the chamber and put yourself out there. So we're going to spend more of that time coming up with some new ideas. We've got a special committee or group just for that purpose.
Sure.
Of determining new ways to network. The other one is Technology and Social Media Group. It's the 21st century. We've got to stay on top of our social media, our technology, and making sure that we're keeping up and it's available. And when someone from out of town looks for the Chamber of Commerce in Niceville, Valparaiso, they're looking at a top-notch website and getting all the information that they can.
As a business owner, that is so important too, because it's hard to get my arms around all that's going on. I don't want to get left behind, but I also don't want to make some costly mistakes. So
Right.
That'll be very powerful for me. And of course, we're going to have some great events just like we always do.
Absolutely.
You want to give us a little rundown of those?
Sure. We'll have as usual, the annual Multi-Chamber Business Expo in March. That's a big event, and it's a great opportunity at the Conference Center. The Boggy Bayou Golf Classic, which is usually in April, May time frame. They're already starting work on that.
Sure.
By the Bayou Auction wine tasting that we always have great success with in the fall. That's in plans.
A wonderful event.
And of course the popular, ever popular Let's Do Lunch every month, the second Wednesday breakfasts that we have, and of course Business After Hours that we have on a continuous basis.
Ronnie, it sounds like you got your plate full. I want to thank Carr Riggs and Ingram for allowing you the time to chair our chamber, because I know you've you got a lot ahead of you. Thank you very much for all you're doing for our community, and look forward to talking to you later on in the year.
Look forward to a great year.
Look forward to it. Please stay tuned. We have some great guests coming up. We're going to teach you a little bit about children next, so you don't want to go away. Stay tuned.